This game kinda makes me throw shit. So why do I keep playing? Even with the emotional breakdowns, slamming your hand on the desk, dealing with trolls, smurfs, lack of talent on my part, there is a light shining at the end of the tunnel. For example, when your team's depending on you, you get that clutch, that feeling you get, make no mistake, that feeling is great. Or when a group of random gamers all come together, strategizing on the fly, trudging through the trenches back and forth with the enemy team, round after round, and then you clutch that victory, there's nothing else like it. As uncommon that may be, it still feels good when it happens. But wait, that's not where this story really begins, is it? I've been playing this game for only 2 months, and in the first 2 weeks, I almost uninstalled this game every single day. And I'm sure a lot of you had the same experience. Let's go back to those treacherous days for a second. It went a little bit like this. Just completely unaware of how to play the game entirely. Not knowing that you have to be standing still to aim accurately, recoil control, crosshair placement, I didn't know anything. And why would I? I just started playing. I was, and still am, a noob. So, as one does, I'm sure a lot of you did as well, off to YouTube I went, looking for content creators willing to share knowledge. So I watched countless videos, and I stumbled across some great content creators, people like Flex Ninja, who just show you how to stomp on people with Omen. And then Charlatan, who does a great job at just really breaking down the whole game, and having a good mindset, how to adapt mid-match. And watching these kind of videos, it gave me some more motivation and opened my eyes to how much there actually is to learn. So with this newfound passion, off to the shooting range I go, just working on the very basics, just trying to figure out how to actually shoot the gun accurately in this game. And then hopping back into swift play, unrated, trying to get all the basics down. Really trying to understand the agent that I've chosen to play, which is Omen, utilizing my utility properly, helping out teammates, support, and really just trying to confuse the enemy team. Make them wonder where we're coming from. What angles are we going to pop out of? They think we're coming from a certain choke point, and it turns out that I'm behind them, turn their attention, and then our team pushes. But then, something happened. I hit level 20. The competitive tab opened up, there was a whole new world for me to explore, and as soon as I got into competitive, even at low ranks, it was like everything I knew, I had forgotten. The plays I was doing in unrated and swift play just simply weren't working in competitive. Even at low ranks, they were just on to me. So I did what any sane person would do, and once again uninstalled the game, trying to salvage whatever pride I still had left in me. But of course, the withdrawals hit hard. I accepted my Valorant addiction, and reinstalled the game once more. But this time, I would grizzle my resolve, come back with vengeance and persistence. Alright, that was a little dramatic, but things are looking a bit better. As soon as I see an enemy, instead of just panicking, holding the trigger down, praying that my shots will hit them, I'm trying to consciously slow my mind, burst my weapon, and aim accurate. And when I'm able to do that, usually I win the gunfight. So from here, gotta make that muscle memory. And then off to Radiant I go. Alright, maybe I should start with silver. So into the next match I go, and I'm feeling pretty damn good. I'm hitting my shots, I'm taking my time, not rushing things. Movement's okay, you know, but overall feeling pretty good. We win a couple rounds, we lose a couple rounds, and then this happens. Why do I play this game? So I take that brutal loss right on the chin, forget about it, get right back in there. This game ends up being pretty good. I get my first match MVP in a competitive mode, so that felt awesome. And having a game like this shows me that I'm capable of not being an absolute bot, at least in bronze lobbies, and that all the training, the warm-ups before hopping into competitive, they're working. I'm seeing the results, right? However, going through the video replays of all the games that I've recorded, I am noticing one thing. I am highly inconsistent. I'll have a game like this, being match MVP, and then to the next match, just being a complete moron. not hitting shots, being in positions I have no business being, using utility poorly, just way too much back and forth with my own performance, and we can't have that. So I want to share with you the best tips that I have found so far from other content creators and videos that have helped me just pull things together, at least do my part on the team every game, and help me ultimately get to silver and hopefully keep climbing as I progress in my experience. So tip number 1, super basics, just going to be dialing in sensitivity. This is something that I slept on for the first probably month that I was playing this game. And when I finally started testing out some different senses that work for me, helped so much. I come from a game like Apex Legends where people are moving all over the place. You're tracing targets, it takes like 20 minutes just to break someone's shield, right? In a game like this where the TTK is so fast, we gotta fine tune the sensitivity, be controlled, fast reaction time. It just takes time and practice. Tip number 2, guys, is going to be communication, and this one baffles me. I'm assuming this happens mainly at lower ranks where I'm at right now, but no one talks to each other. Why? This is a team-oriented game. I'm assuming if you're playing competitive, you want to move up the ranks. To do that, communication and working together, strategizing, sharing intel that you see each round. This is vital to moving up the ranks, and if you plan on getting to like Plat, Diamond, Immortal, Ascendant, whatever, communication is going to be absolutely necessary to get to those ranks. So if you have a mic, use it. And who knows, if you have a great game with a group of people, you might actually be able to find some people to play with in the future as well, so you have more of a chance of continuing to win matches with people that are like-minded, want to win, and have the skills to do so. Tip number 3, very common knowledge at this point I imagine as well, but making sure you actually warm up before you hop into competitive. So go hit the shooting range, Kovacs, aim labs, whatever you have available, and then doing some warm-up rounds, either swift play, unrated, deathmatch. Make sure your aim's on point, you're making good decisions, you're not dying unnecessarily or in stupid ways every round. Because if you're having a shit day, hopping into competitive is just a bad move. You're knowingly screwing over your team and relying on them to carry you through the matches. So it's okay, if you're having a bad day, everybody gets those. You don't need to unnecessarily sacrifice your RR, because that's just going to make it harder to climb up the ranks. When you know you're playing like shit, stay in pubs, and just have some fun with it. The next tip I have to share with you guys, this is one that really helped me stay consistent, is having an agent that can fill each role. So let's say an Instalock Demon is on your team, takes your main character, you're still covered, because you've taken the time to fully understand an agent in each role of this game. And why is that important? Well, it's going to help you focus on your fundamentals, communication, and let your game sense take the lead. Because if you pick an agent that you've barely played before, now you're having to think of what your abilities even do, remember how to use them properly, and that's just one more thing you got to think about mid-match that's going to hinder your gameplay. So having those default agents that you know how to play to fill each role is going to be a huge asset to you to bring into competitive. And the last tip I want to share with you guys is truly just start thinking what you did wrong to get you killed in that scenario. So start critically thinking, right? Question your mistakes. What did I do there? Could I have peeked from a different angle? Is there some sort of outplay I could have done? Was I leaving myself open from multiple angles? This kind of critical thinking is going to help you in Valorant and in life in general if you start applying it. So if you have the ability to record your games, then great. If not, then just while it's still fresh, if you just died, ask yourself, what could I have done differently in that situation? Until you start looking at your mistakes and seeing what you did wrong, applying a solution, you're not going to go very far. And then you can start thinking of outplays as well. While you're on the fly, if you're on a 1v2, 1v3, if you have to clutch a game, that kind of thinking you've done in the past is going to help you move forward and progress in the future. So you might be asking yourself, why did you stop at silver? Why didn't you push for more? Well, the truth is I had a bit of an accident and broke my finger. Figured I'd actually let this bad boy heal a tiny bit before I start gaming again. Give it some physio with the keyboard, you know. So, in the next few weeks I'll be gaming to see if I lose all my progress. Or, who knows, maybe we'll make it to gold. I highly doubt that, but stay tuned guys. If you stuck around this long, I appreciate you. And look out for the next video. Thanks again guys, and take care.